Well, bad news for those of us who are maybe wanting a Nintendo Switch 2 by the end of the year or before March, around March or before March of next year. Well, apparently, developers have been told not to expect one before April 2025. Is it delayed again? Is the Switch 2 delayed again? Let's get into it, at least, okay? Now, guys, if you want to support, consider clicking like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you want some gaming handheld news, gaming news, tech news, reviews, unboxings, YouTube drama sort of stuff, all that sort of stuff, live streams, members movie nights where we watch movies together. If you want to join us for the fun, consider clicking join down below and becoming a member and getting your name in every single video and every live stream and get some cool perks to go along with it. So yeah, special shout out, special thanks to all our members. Thank you for being part of the community. If you don't want to or can't, just consider liking. It helps a lot. Thank you so much. Anyhow, developers reportedly told not to expect a Switch 2 to launch before April 2025. And we've been waiting for a Switch 2 for months, years, decades. Well, maybe not decades, but we've been waiting for every year. The Switch 2 has supposed to have came out. And now we've seen handhelds from Steam, Valve. We've seen handhelds from PlayStation, if you consider PlayStation Portal a proper handheld. Rumor is PlayStation's making a true proper handheld. Stay tuned, because I'll be covering that in a future video. We've seen Asus get into the market with Asus ROG Ally X and the original Ally. We've seen Lenovo Legion Go. We've seen a bunch of companies from China, GPD, INEO, push out their fantastic Windows handhelds. Handheld gaming PCs seem like the norm now, and Nintendo must be worried a little bit as to whether they'll be able to compete with gaming PC handhelds that can obviously get AAA brand new releases that at the same time as other major consoles and obviously PC gamers. Nintendo are really going to have to just ride on the back of their first party development studios, right? Because they just simply can't compete. They cannot wait, or gamers cannot wait, or don't want to wait years to see their favorite games ported over to the new Switch. So they're really going to have to double down on first party games, and maybe that's why we're seeing constant delays, is because maybe they're waiting on their first party development studios to really put a banger of a lineup together for the new Switch. I mean, at this point, that could be the only thing I could think of, really, that's making them delay it so long. So yeah, not before April 2025, Switch's successor is seemingly set to be released during Nintendo's next financial year. Now, they say this at the start of every year, to be honest, and at the end of every year. Developers have reportedly been briefed not to expect Nintendo's next console to launch before April 2025. That's according to games industry biz head Chris Dring, who discussed plans for Switch's successor on the publication's latest podcast. Nintendo confirmed in May that it will announce its next console during its current fiscal year, which runs until March 31st, 2025. No developer I've spoken to expects it to be launching this financial year, Dring said. In fact, they've been told not to expect it in the current financial year. He says, a bunch of people I spoke to hope it's out in April or May time, still early next year, but not late next year. I don't think any of us wants a late launch for the Switch 2, because we all want a Nintendo console, a new one. Everyone gets excited for it, and we don't want that crunch of Grand Theft Auto 6 and Switch and all that kind of stuff on top of each other. Having launched in March 2017, Switch is in its eighth year on the market. In July, it surpassed the Famicom as the Nintendo console with the longest lifespan before being replaced. Reporting its first quarter earnings this month, Nintendo said Switch has sold 143.42 million units as of June 30th. It expects to sell 13.5 million Switch consoles this financial year, having sold 2.1 million in the first quarter. If Nintendo hits its target sales target, Switch will be within touching distance of the all-time record for console sales, which is currently held by an old favorite of mine, the PlayStation 2. Now, let's talk about this in the context of other handheld gaming devices, right? It just came out recently that there's been, as of right now, or as of this financial year, there's been like 20 million handheld gaming PCs sold. That includes things like the the Steam Deck, the Valve Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, the Lenovo Legion Go, and over the next couple of years, that's expected to grow to 28 million a year potentially, or 20 something million overall. They're selling millions of these handheld gaming PCs now, and it's getting to the point where, with new competitors coming into the handheld gaming market, with PlayStation potentially about to release their PlayStation gaming handheld, with Xbox supposedly about to release their handheld gaming PC, an Xbox gaming handheld that can play all your Xbox Game Pass games. It's a tough competition out there right now. And full credit to Nintendo. They started this whole handheld gaming scene. It seems like more gamers are going to be moving away from traditional, under the TV stand consoles, right, that are dedicated to one space like the living room, and more gamers are going to lean more towards handheld gaming. Being able to play AAA games on the go wherever you are, and then also dock it up to a TV or a monitor and play, on a larger screen with better resolution, better frame rate, if you want it to. That's the way I feel like the gaming market's going. That's why handheld gaming PCs are really flying off shelves right now. That's why the Steam Deck is as successful as it is, because it just lets you do more. There's no having to wait for games to be ported anymore. It's more of a case of, can your handheld gaming PC support it? And at the level and at the rate these gaming handheld PCs are getting more and more powerful, there's going to be newer handheld APUs from AMD and Nvidia coming out all the time, replacing each other year after year. I don't think Nintendo are going to be able to rest on their laurels for much longer in terms of this whole 7-year release cycle anymore. Obviously, people are going to want bigger, better, faster, more and more every year. And I think we're going to have to start moving to a more regular release schedule for hardware. And is Nintendo capable of doing that? I don't know. I think they're going to have to rely a lot on their first-party studios just to give people a reason to buy one, first of all. And their target market, I'm seeing a lot of posts on Reddit of people saying, my kid's a big Nintendo fan, but he's been wanting to play other games lately on a handheld like the Switch. Should I buy him a Steam Deck? How hard is the Steam Deck to get into for kids, young teens? Or how hard is the Steam Deck to get into for older adults, people in their 50s, 60s and whatnot? I'm seeing a lot more of those posts. People who have traditionally got a Nintendo Switch but are looking to do more and to tinker and to play AAA new releases in a form factor similar to the Switch. And I think that's going to hurt Nintendo potentially in the longer run, especially if younger people start getting into handheld gaming PCs, and they want more powerful and better hardware all the time, which I think handheld gaming PCs can do handily. So yeah, let me know what you think. Obviously, as you saw in the article there, we're not going to see a new Switch successor till at least April. Nobody wants it to be competing with a PlayStation Pro. Nobody wants it to be competing with Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out on the new consoles. Obviously, that'll steal a lot of the limelight from Nintendo. Nintendo have a lot on their hands, a lot to deal with, and from what I've seen, the new hardware in the new Switch, it's already looking a little bit outdated, but we know that's been their game plan since time began. They've never been the most powerful console. They've never bragged about the most powerful console, the best graphics, frankly, and it seems that's the route they're sticking to. But is it going to hold up in 2024, or in this case 2025? Let me know in the comments section down below. I'm Blaze2K. If you love handheld gaming, want more of it on your homepage every day, consider clicking like, subscribe, clicking the bell icon, and if you want to support me and everything that I do, consider clicking the join button and help it out and getting your name on the list of legends. Are you a legend? Are you a legend? Well, if you are, let me know by clicking join and joining the list of legends. Anyways, guys, peace out, love you, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Blaze2K. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon, maybe even consider joining, only if you want to, but it's not. You're not obligated to. Okay, peace out, bye.